for right now.
It's just hot. I had to pull my computer outside. It was kind of a process.
That's not a problem at all. Sorry I bugged you yesterday.
I can't hear you far away.
Yeah, that should do it. There we go. Let me just...
Have you been going down to the gambles still?
Lately, with everything that's been going on, especially with work, that's actually easier said than done.
About how many times did you go train with them?
10, 12?
Pretty good.
Alright, so he said that he was still going to be at a meeting like until 9:35. Maybe we could probably use this time to warm up.
Okay.
Are you in your backyard? Huh. Looks like you're in your backyard.
I'm in my front yard, but my house is sideways, so it's actually a side yard. But my front door is right there.
That's no problem. So, how's your training coming along? Good?
Pretty good. I got UFAF2, halfway. I got that pretty down. Halfway. I need to start adding steps to progress until I get to the end. But I've got that first half pretty good.
Good.
And I've got the side pretty good.
Okay. I was talking to Mr. Fulbright, and he says that he was wondering if you're planning to do the pre-test too, and the actual test.
Yeah, I don't know.
You should. I mean, once we get UFAF2 down, I'm pretty sure Mr. Fulbright can actually bend a few rules. Or maybe Mr. Herrera. He's a regional chair of Region 1.
Well, I mean, the way I just have my first thread. But I've been training for a year, right? Since I've had it. So depends on what the people who say the things say.
I mean, you also got UFAF1 too, so I'm pretty sure they might be able to figure something out.
Yeah, so I was supposed, for my red with one stripe, I was supposed to do Basai, right?
Yeah.
And I never tested Basai, but
No, I think you did Basai.
you've had down. A pretty good way on UFAF too. So I don't know.
Well, let's just see what happens. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure we get UFAF1 and 2 down. I'm pretty sure, like, maybe Master Herrera will be able to help bend a few rules.
Have you met Master Herrera?
Only virtually. From what I know, he's like somewhere in the Northern California region. Not so much San Diego.
But he's for Region 1?
Yeah.
I thought Region 1 was Southern California.
I meant like, no, I meant like, Sacramento or something like that.
Yeah, that's not Southern California.
Got my geography wrong. My mistake. But without a doubt, I'm pretty sure maybe Mr. Herrera, hopefully Mr. David Gamble and Mr. Ryan Gamble might be able to figure something out. The one thing that he did last time that was actually pretty brutal, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us were really angry at him for doing this. He made us do Gichuhian Ibu Sangap and then UFAF1, and each and every one of us got a little scrambled because we kept doing back lunges. And
Yeah.
let's see. I'm still trying. My front throat. I actually found out that when you're doing UFAF1 and Gichihyun Ibu Sangap, it's not so much a front snap kick. It's more like a front thrust kick. But you also have to do it really. No, you have to do it really fast and really powerful. Let's see. He should be coming around. Let me check the email really quick. So maybe they're around 9:35 a.m. Okay, so we're looking pretty good so far. Oh, there is also a little adjustment in Pyongyang Odon that that Mr. Herrera and Mr. Fulbright actually figured out.
What's that?
Okay, so let's try doing something really quick, and I'll show you a certain part. So we're here, right?
You keep freezing.
Sorry. Oh, there he is. There he is. Right there. I think we should go into Chariot. Morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, Stephen. Can you hear me?
Perfectly. And there it is.
Hey, good morning. I guess, is Ryan on here too?
Yeah.
Hey, good morning, Ryan. Luck would have it, I'm messing around with my laptop here. I had to take my Mac into the shop, so I'm just using my phone right now. Because Murphy's Law is, you know how it goes. It's like when you need it, then it doesn't want to work. So,
Yes, sir.
but anyway, good morning, guys. I haven't seen you guys forever. I mean, I haven't seen you forever, man.
Yeah.
I like the scenery there. What's in the background there?
That's just the hedge. I pulled my iMac outside because there's not enough room inside.
Yeah, I'm just using my garage right now.
Well, I mean, just to be time sensitive, if I can get my laptop going, I will. But otherwise, I'll just work on the phone here. See if I can turn it sideways. I can see you pretty good there, Stephen. And I guess we can go back and forth. The thing I like on the computer is that I can see both of you at the same time. On the phone, I really think it works that way. Let's see.
Yes, sir.
I'm too afraid to put it on my phone.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. It's like, it's a little weird on the phone, but I didn't have a lot of choice right now, so I just decided to go with it, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know how I'm going to be able to see both of you guys at the same time. I think what I might have to do is like, have one person do a kata, you know what I'm saying? And then give that person feedback and then watch the next person do the kata. I think that's what we're going to have to do here. Because I don't really do this on my phone very much, so it's a little bit different. So let's see here if it's going to work if I can get back to Stephen here. Just bear with me a little bit, guys. Just do a quick stretch, a little bit of warm up. I don't know, swing the leg around, throw some kicks. do a little bit here. Sorry, you probably already have. Gosh darn thing. Yeah, I'm used to a Mac. I don't know how people work on these PCs. I don't know. I guess people get used to one thing, but then when you're used to a Mac, the PC just seems like a slug to me.
I'm using an HP, so.
Do you work on a Mac, Ryan?
Yeah, I have my whole industry is on Macintosh. I kind of hate it though, because for a bunch of different reasons. But I'm stuck with it.
Oh, well, I guess they both have their pros and cons like everything else, right?
Yeah. There's really a lot of planned obsolescence with the Macintosh. So you have to buy a new computer every years.
Yeah, that's weird because I had mine for, believe it or not, and it just until it went into the shop now, I had it for a decade. It was the Mac Airbook, and it was like the coolest, hottest thing when it came out. And it literally ran just amazing for 10 years for me. And now it seems to be having issues, and I think, yeah, I'm going to have to like update and get probably a new one. So,
10 years?
yeah, 10 years is not bad, right? I mean, that's ancient for a computer. So, Steven, are you still in here? Can you still hear us?
Perfectly well.
Okay, well, I'm trying to pull up you on the screen now so that I can have you just do your kata and go for it, but I don't know what's going on my phone here.
There should be an option where you can do it.
Okay, now I see you. Okay, let's do this, okay? So I don't want to, take too much of you guys' time. I've got another meeting after this, so which kata you want to do first there, Steven? And I apologize for this because it's weird. Like, I would like to stand up and bow in, but I'm holding this little phone and I just don't know how that's going to work. So please
No
bear
problem,
with
sir.
me, okay? All right, let's do a quick bow in, just because. Ready position and show you. Kinye and ready position. All right, well, it's great to see you guys, and I want to give you a little bit of feedback here. And I would just definitely recommend getting that down next to Ryan Gamble, doing some training with him, because that is an awesome offer. And I don't know how much he would charge you guys, but I know it would be really reasonable. And those guys have a lot of good people down there to train with. I know you've probably been down there 1 or 2 times.
Yes, sir.
But I would definitely encourage you to do that, because number one, those folks will be on the testing board, right? And so it's good for them to see you and get their feedback and everything. And in the future, Stephen will have, Master Herrera and Master Gamble both giving me feedback. They couldn't make it today. Unfortunately, Master Herrera had to go and get a kidney stone removed, if you can believe that, which doesn't sound fun to me at all.
No, sir.
And Master Gamble wasn't available, but he wants to work with you in person relatively soon. So I'll kind of help facilitate, make that happen, and you guys can set up a day and time, okay?
I agree. And I should be apologizing to Mr. Gamble because with the way my work schedule has been looking, things have not been looking very up. Like, we lost people in our departments, and then next thing you know, like, my work schedule, it just got a little jumbled. So I'm gonna try the best I can to like do like Tuesdays and Fridays, like, if possible. I mean, I know how to get there, which is a good sign. So
yeah, that's a good start. All right, so go ahead and introduce your kata, Stephen, and go for it.
Yes, sir. United Fighting Arts Federation Form 2, sir.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, chop. That's right. Shock, punch.
Oh, now let me do that.
All right, hold on, Steven. Let's see. Yeah, go ahead and start it again. Go for it.
Sir. I may have screwed up over there. I'm just going to keep going.
Yep, and go ahead and go back on your own, Stephen. Remember, always go back. Yeah, Judy position on your own. Well, you know what? I mean, even though you're probably a little bit disappointed that you couldn't remember part of it, that kata is really coming along.
Thank you, sir.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know why the audio on your end is a little bit muffled. I don't know if it's my phone or if it's you or it's just the connection or what's going on. But so yeah, even though you forgot part of the kata there, which you can't do that on your test, and you don't want to do that because that can kind of just mess you up for number one, because you just don't want to forget it, and number two, and it's a little bit hard to recover sometimes when you do that, you know what I mean? So you want to just go have that down so solid that like literally you can go through it in your sleep before you go to bed at night. You just go through all the moves in your head, so that's a good way to practice it without having to physically practice it. It's just practicing mentally. And I know we talked about that in class. Like one good way to know if you really know a kata is if you can go through it in your head without getting turned around and kind of not really knowing, but like see it step by step, like see it, then you know the kata. But that kata is really coming along. I mean, how did you feel on it?
Somewhere like down the line, like when we're first going down, I knew what it was supposed to be, but I think I might have got my brain a little jumbled. But I think for the most part, I'm pretty comfortable with like all the movesets.
Yeah. Well, let's and Ryan, if you want to go through it with us, and again, I can't see you on the screen. I can see Stephen right now, but I want to watch you maybe do part of it or do a kata that you're comfortable with. Do you want to go through? Do you know enough of the kata to go through it?
I know about halfway, so yeah, I'd love to jump in with you guys.
Okay, all right. Well, let's just kind of walk through it then, and you guys just holler at me or say whoa or whatever. I'll try to take our time and go through it slow here.
Perfect.
And I'm in a little bit of a cramped area here, so I'll do my best. And right, so here we go. So let's give it a shot here. So if you can't see me, hopefully you can hear me. In a perfect world, it'd be great if you could see me with this darn camera, but at least see my feet. You see me a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, all right, so we're ready position. We're gonna look, lunge back, knife hand block, right? So it's a lunge back, right? Yeah, and then reverse punch, slide a jab, face level, right? Then ball the foot, round kick, uppercut, and then step through punch. Okay, good. I think both of you guys have that. So now we look to the other side. We're going to keep going here. We'll look to the other side and lunge, knife hand block, right? Reverse punch. Slide it, jab, roundhouse kick, uppercut, high punch, reverse punch, or center punch. Okay. Then we're gonna look to the back, lunge back, low block, reverse punch, slide up jab. Let's see, low block, reverse punch, slide up jab, reverse punch, front kick, nice hand block. Good. Then reverse punch, front kick, high block, reverse punch, round kick, ball of the foot, back knuckle, uppercut, lunging elbow, lunge elbow, chop, the same hand, chop with the front hand. So chop, reverse punch. Yeah, Kia. Okay, so let's and that's probably one of the toughest parts of the kata, right? Because there's just a lot of moves and a lot going on there. So let's go back to right leg forward, facing backwards, lunging back low block, right? So we just lunge back low block, right? Reverse punch, slide a jab, reverse punch, stepping front kick, turn knife hand block. And then reverse punch, front kick, step down, back stance, high block, right? Reverse punch, ball of the foot, round kick. And when you fold for the back knuckle, knuckles are away here, but we're folding here. Back knuckle, back stance. Okay, reverse punch, uppercut, front stance. And then we're gonna, from here, it's tough to do. You gotta push off your back foot, lunge forward, elbow strike, back stance. And so this is the back stance here, no smash, just an elbow, right? Then chop, reverse punch, Kia. Good. All right, one last time and then we'll keep going. So right leg forward, lunge back, low block, then reverse punch, slide a jab, reverse punch, front kick, turn, knife hand block, back stance. Good. Reverse punch, front kick, step down, high block, back stance, reverse punch, front stance, reverse punch, front stance, then round kick, fold, back knuckle, back stance, uppercut, lunge elbow, chop, reverse punch, ki. Okay. And for some reason, you're still frozen right now, Steven. I guess the film's not going forward there.
Okay.
So go ahead and go through the sequence.
Sure. If you'd like, I can also send you a copy of like my end. I'm just doing this for educational purposes too.
Okay. All right. So we got a reverse punch there. So just real quick, to both of you guys feel a little bit comfortable on that or a little bit more comfortable?
Yes, sir.
I'm feeling good on that part.
You feel like you have it? All right. I mean, we can go through it again later. So, all right. So we're right there. So now after the reverse punch, okay, we're going to turn and it's a grab. The left hand is on top. Okay. So we're going to pivot around into a cat stance. Left hand is on top. And this is lapel level. So it's like you're grabbing right in somebody's shirt. Okay. And then you're stepping out on your back stance, choking. Okay. So boom, grab, then palm strike back stance with the front hand, elbow smash, knee with the back foot, bottom fist, reverse punch. All right. And then we're gonna go to the other side. Left hand on top again, cat stance. This is right leg forward this time. Step out, choke, palm strike, still back stance, elbow smash, front stance, back knee, bottom fist smash, then reverse punch. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back a little bit here. So let's rewind the tape. We'll go back to the reverse punch, facing forward with the ki, right leg forward. Okay. So right. So with our back foot, our left foot, we're going to pivot around onto the ball of the foot, cat stance. Left hand is going to be on top. Okay. We're going to step out with our left foot, into a back stance, choke, palm strike front hand, elbow smash, then knee with your back knee, bottom fist, reverse punch. Then look to your right. Your right foot's gonna slide back, cat stance. Here, left hand in front, step out into a back stance with your right foot and choke. And then palm strike with your right hand, elbow smash, knee with your back knee, bottom fist, reverse punch. Okay, then from right here, I'm gonna look over my right shoulder. I'm gonna take a big circular, this is like, real quick, just see, this is like in class when you're practicing, just grabbing the back of your shoulder, right? This is it right here, okay? So we're gonna look over our right shoulder, make a big circle with the right arm, and you're gonna slide back into a cat stance, and it's like you have their arm. So go ahead, and then, all right, so let me, Steven, you're frozen again on me. Let's see where Ryan is. I don't know why your film on your end keeps freezing on me. I can't see you doing the techniques. I'm gonna switch to Ryan just for a second here. Ryan, can you switch to yourself? Can you switch yourself on?
I should be on.
Yeah, there you are. There you are. Okay, you just switched over. I don't know how or why that's happening, but maybe I can scroll.
It will automatically switch to whoever's speaking.
Oh, I got it. Okay, well, I just figured out on my phone I can see both of you at the same time. You're smaller,
Okay.
but I can still see you. So for some reason, there's a lapse, Stephen, on your film. For some reason when you're doing the technique. So let me see both of you guys now that I can see both of you. Go ahead and start from the front, right leg forward with the reverse punch. And just go all the way through that whole sequence we just did, the choking sequence.
Yes, sir.
And when you're ready, go for it. Hold on, Ryan, not the whole kata. Oh, there you are. Okay, yeah, not the whole kata. Just start right leg forward. Yeah, from there, go ahead. Good, both of you guys, good, excellent. Okay, just make sure you're getting that second elbow in right after the smash, so. Or I'm sorry, bottom fist, not elbow. Okay, so we're around, let's see, we are right leg forward, right here. Ready to go, now we're gonna go front kick, reverse punch, right? Slide up jab, side kick. We're gonna turn high X block, okay? Slide up jab, side kick, high X block. Now on the high X block, we're gonna rotate it through, spear hand punch. Okay? Look to our left. Step back with your left foot, inside block with your right hand, or stance. Good. Inside block, okay? Now we're gonna spin back kick. Go ahead, spin back kick. Step down into really kind of a back stance here, okay? We're gonna look over our right shoulder, step back inside block. And spin back kick. All right, so let's stop there, and let's come back. Let's come back to facing forward with our right leg forward in a cat stance after we've circled around and we're holding right here, okay? So right leg forward or here, cat stance, front kick, reverse punch, slide a jab, side kick, look high X block, rotate it through, spear hand punch, look to your left, inside block, spin back kick, look to your right, inside block for stance, spin back kick. Okay, good. All right, so let's see here. Let's go now. We'll continue on, but we're gonna back up first. But we're gonna go through a whole sequence here, okay? And then after the inside block, we'll continue on from there because there's not too much of the kata left after that. Okay, are you able to hear me okay, Ryan?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, I know you probably can't see me that great. Okay, so I'm trying to talk loud so you both can hear me. So let's go back to the first PI. So we have to go through, all that sequence there. So we'll go back to the first PI here, right here. Okay. Right? So, and we'll go up to the inside block, right? So let's everybody just, I guess, go at your own pace. I'll talk you through it, but if you know it, just go through it. You can go at my pace or not, okay? We're gonna pivot around, grab, step out, back stance, choke, palm strike, elbow smash, knee, bottom fist, reverse punch. Look to your right, lapel grab, step out, choke, palm strike, elbow smash, knee, bottom fist, reverse punch. Look over your right shoulder, pivot around, cat stance, elbow lock or arm lock, front kick, punch, slide it jab, side kick, high X block, rotate it through, spear hand punch, look to your left, inside block, horse stance, get nice and low, spin back kick, look to your right, inside block, horse stance, spin back kick. Good. So from here, we're gonna be looking to the back. We're gonna lunge back, pushing off of our left foot, and lunge back low block, and lunge back knife hand block. Still left leg forward back stance. Now we're gonna slide jab, reverse punch, spinning side kick, spinning back kick. Go. We're gonna look to the front as we do lunge back low block back stance. Lunge back knife hand block back stance. Slide a jab, reverse punch, spin side kick, spin back kick. Good, both of you guys. Okay, so relax for a second, just relax for a second. So, just a quick note to really make this kata look sharper on those spin back kicks and the inside blocks. So after you kick, and hopefully maybe you can see me a little bit here. Let me see if I can tilt this so you can see me a little bit better. Okay, so I want to be, whoops, darn it. Sorry. Hold on, stay there, would you please? Okay. So after I did the inside block, I do the spin back kick, step down with your hands up like this in a back stance. Can you guys see me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you want to, after you kick, recoil, have good balance. So here's my block. I spin around, back kick, step down, good balance, then look sharply, inside block, horse stance, back, whoops. Let's see. Inside block here, spin back here, step down here. Right?
Yes, sir.
It's just a slight pause. It's just a slight pause. I mean, don't over exaggerate it. But you're showing off your stance and you're showing off that you're coming down ready with your hands up. Make sense?
Yes,
As
sir.
opposed to something that looks like this, right? Now, then you're just all over. So just make sure that's real sharp. Okay, so let's see, where are we here? Okay, so we're right leg forward, facing forward, okay? Back stance. We're gonna look off to our left. We're gonna stick our, it kind of goes like this. It's like a fold, if you will. We're gonna go here. We're gonna step back, side punch, right?
Sir.
So one more time. I'm right here. I'm gonna stick as I look, my left arm goes out. As I'm moving, you don't just go like this, right? As I'm moving, right? I fold, side punch, horse stance. Then step behind, step back kick, step down. Same idea, hands up, back stance. And now I'm gonna step forward with my back foot, right? Step, let's see. Okay, so let's see. Inside block. Let's see, where are we here? Get down. So now I'm going to look over my right shoulder, left shoulder, excuse me, left shoulder. My right hand comes out as I'm moving. Step back, horse stance, side punch. That's it, good. Stepping back kick. Now I'm gonna look to the front. I'm gonna move back, and it's a punch, punch. Did we mess something up here? Yeah, let's see. We might have been off on footwork there a little bit. We need to go through that again. Okay, but that's the idea. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go through. Let's go through a chunk of this again. We'll just do it a little more fluid this time. Let's go from the first PI. Okay. Let's go from the first PI. Okay. So we're gonna take our left foot, spin around, choke, step out, boom, palm strike, elbow smash, knee, bottom fist, punch. Another way, step out, choke, palm strike, elbow smash, knee, bottom fist, reverse punch. Look over your right shoulder, boom, arm bar, front kick, punch, side, jab, side kick, high X block, step through, boom, look to your left, inside block, spin back kick, look to your right, inside block, spin back kick, look to the back, lunge, low block, knife hand block, slide a jab, reverse punch, spin side kick, spin back kick, look to the front, low block, knife hand block, should be right leg forward, slide a jab, reverse punch, step, spinning side kick, spinning back kick. So we're right leg forward now, okay? Okay. Were you right leg forward, Steven?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're here. Boom, punch. Boom. Punch. And then. Yep, and then finish it from there, Steven. Yep, okay, so let's see. So, yes. So from right here, low block, boom, low block, back stance with left leg forward, yep. And then as you step back, high punch to the face, and then punch to the stomach. Yeah. So let's go back to where we're facing forward. We just finished the spin, our spinning side kick, spinning back kick. We're right leg forward right here. Okay. We're gonna look to our left. Step out, horse stance, side punch. Good. One more time, facing forward. One more time, facing forward. So our left hand comes out as we're moving. It's like a fold, right? It's a fold. Think of this, guys, because this can be a little confusing. And I want it to look sharp, right? You know, when we're moving forward and we're doing this kind of thing, we just did a punch, right? And we move forward and we're folding basically, right? We're folding here as we step out to side punch, yes?
Yes, sir.
So we're doing the same thing here, only we're moving backwards, right? So that'll give a little context to it. So we're moving backwards. So watch me first. So I'm here. It's still a fold, right? It's a fold, and then I step back, punch. Okay? Yeah. All right. So one more time. Right here. We're gonna fold, step, side punch, step back kick, look the other way, fold, step back, side punch, horse stance, stepping back kick.
Oops.
Okay.
Hold on just one quick second. I think
Step down in a horse stance here, or not a horse stance, a back stance. We're gonna look to the front, push off of our left foot, lunge back with low block, right? Now from here, I'm gonna step back, high punch with my right hand, and then as my back foot hits, punch to the stomach with my left hand. Yep, there you go, good. And then just make sure we're getting a lot of good movement in our hips from back to front stance throughout this kata, because there's, there's horse stance, there's back stance, there's front stance. So one of the important things in this kata, I mean, really like all katas, right? And you guys can both relax, is that we want to be able to really see the difference between the stances. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when you're in a horse stance, I mean, it's a solid horse stance. Your feet are facing straight ahead, right? And we know we worked on that, Stephen, and it's looking better. It's looking better. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So toes are facing forward, and then sometimes people let their knees buckle in, and that kind of makes the stance look weird. That's why I was talking about being on a horse, because if you're on a big horse, your knees can't buckle in, right? Yeah, exactly. Right. Good. So, okay. Any questions on that, kata? It's a doozy,
No.
right?
I think I got pretty much everything all taken care of, sir.
Okay, good. I mean, it's looking better, Stephen. It's looking better. I mean, there's a lot to that kata. I mean, one of the overlying things for me on that kata, and I think it's really important to remember, and everybody has their interpretation nowadays. I mean, back in the day, there wasn't as much interpretation, if you will, but there's more leniency now, I guess, for interpretation. But I think with the traditionalists, that only goes so far, right? And what I mean by that
Yes, sir.
is this kata was put together by Mr. Norris, and he developed it as a fighting kata. So when I do this kata, man, I am worked over at the end. Okay. I mean, you got to save some gas for testing, right? So you got to play with that a little bit, Stephen. So like you got to do your katas, your one steps, and like when you're working with Mr. Gamble stuff, kind of work on that too. Tell him like you want to work on the pacing and look at the testing sheet and see how it's going to go, right? So you don't want to expend all your energy in one shot and have nothing left for sparring or whatever it is that you're going to have to do after this kata. Does that make
Yes,
sense?
sir.
But this kata takes a lot of energy. I mean, at least for me, because when I go through this kata, it's short spurts, right? It's literally a fighting kata. So the first part is like, you know, bam, 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 and then turn, boom, 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 bam. Right? Does that make sense? So
Yes,
each
sir.
of those little segments is like a short mini blitz when you're fighting somebody, right? And so if you look at it that way, it adds a whole nother, at least for me, level to the kata. Yeah. So when you're lunging back low block and lunging back knife hand block, there has to be a quick transition. Like you lunge back and you block somebody, but then you're attacking them, right? So it can't be a lunge back block, and then slide up jab, reverse punch. Like that's not going to get anybody. Yeah. So you have to, those transitions have to be quick, and there's a lot of lunges in the kata. So it wears you out because it's a fighting kata, right? You'll see a lot of people still do it kind of like a traditional kata. But that's not how I came up through the ranks, knowing this kata. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when you're doing that kata, folks who are watching it, they'll be able to tell and they will appreciate what you're doing. Okay. That doesn't mean you blend it all together and it looks like crap, right? It's got to be super sharp, but really crisp, and you can see all the techniques. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, why don't you run through it, Stephen, and then Ryan will have you get through as much of it as you can.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So go for it, Stephen.
You're not finding your expiration form too, sir. Sorry, sir.
Just go from facing backwards, Stephen. Start from facing back. So your low block, yeah, reverse punch, slide up jab, reverse punch. Okay, good, and relax. And so just let me give you a little bit of feedback here, okay? The areas where you are like kind of the intensity level and the speed and stuff that you need are like when you're turning and you're grabbing like this, and you know, you're doing this whole sequence here, that is like sharp and that is intense, yeah? So try to figure out what you're plugging into when you're going through that segment, you know, whether it's like you can feel the self-defense aspect of it or whatever. That energy that you have in that segment is kind of what you need to plug into the rest of the kata, okay? And then your inside block and your spin back kick, that speed and technique and everything, same idea there. Take whatever you're doing there and get it into the rest of the kata, okay?
Yes,
So that part of it looks good. This kata has really come along. I would say there's a number of side kicks in here and a number of spin back kicks, right? And then of course you got the round kicks and everything else. So really make sure that your kicks are looking sharp, all right? And so what I mean by that is, especially on the side kick, make sure you're chambering it, you're extending it out, it's snapping, you're recoiling it, and you're putting it back down with good body position, yeah? So it's going out, back, and down, right? Quickly, of course, but still sharply. So don't let your kicks just kind of drop down after you've done the kick, okay? So really important, especially like if you're fighting too, right? Because part of the reason you're keeping that leg up a little bit is maybe you need to check somebody, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Does that kind of make sense? Like if you just drop it down, you step into a kick or you step into a punch. So if you keep the leg up just for a split second, it can make a difference. You got to get that center part down. We'll go through it after Ryan does his kata and I give him some feedback, okay? You can't mess up that center part because the rest of the kata's come along so good and it's looking good that you have to like smooth that out, okay? And so I can tell already you're getting in your head a little bit with it. Like, oh gosh, here comes that part where all those moves are. Like you have to first of all get that out of your mind if you can already, right? Just forget that you have kind of blanked out on it a couple times, and I know that's easier said than done. Yeah. So the best way you can do that is just, again, repetition. Go through it, go through it, go through it, go through it. Then slow it down and go through it slower, right? And then go through it again faster and faster, and then go through it super fast, and then mess with the speed a little bit because that'll help your mind really hold on to the parts of the kata when you're under pressure. Does that kind of make sense? So play with the speed. Don't always do the exact same speed because then if you miss it, your mind is easier to forget it that way, right? If you've done it fast and you've done it slow and you've done it medium, for some reason it'll hold and grab onto all those moves and you'll just go through it. Like once you get going, you'll just go through it. You won't even be good. You'll be thinking about it, but not at the level where you're thinking you might forget a move.
Yes,
all right, Ryan, let's see what you got.
Fighting Arts Federation floor number 2. That's as far as I
That's great, Ryan. That's really good. I feel like I mean, did you know all that down pat before we started?
I'm pretty stable. I do it about 3 times a week.
Okay, so you've gone up to that part. Okay, so I would say you're actually doing, really, in my opinion, the hardest part of the kata. So you're kind of have made it to the top of the hill, if you will. And I don't want to say you're going to coast down the other side, but it's going to be easier coming down the other side. So you for sure have made it to the top, and now coming down the rest of it is not too bad because you just got the high X block, the spear hand punch, and then the inside spin back kick, inside spin back kick, the lunge back low block, lunge back knife hand, slide up jab, reverse punch, spin side kick, spin back kick, and then repeat on the other side. And then step out, side punch, step back kick, look the other way, step out, side punch, step back kick, and then lunge back low block, punch, punch, and you're done. So you're right. But you're right there. You're right there. I mean, that's, it's looking good. So just kind of wrap up. So both you guys at Kata's really come along. I mean, just keep working on it.
Yes, sir.
Remember to fighting Kata. Okay, remember to fighting Kata. So what that means is, like in a fight, you pace yourself. Yeah. So when you turn around to do that choke, that's a time for me, at least in the Kata, where I take a few gasps of air right there. You know what I mean? Because you've gone boom, 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 boom. So then you turn around, you have that choke. And it's not, that whole segment isn't like ridiculously fast and crazy intense. It still has to look sharp, right? But that's just a moment where you can get a breath. And you finish that one segment, you turn the other way in a cat stance. There's a slight pause. You take a couple more breaths. So you got to find those places in your katas, right? And even in your test to kind of nourish your body with some oxygen. Does that make sense? And then, when you come around, you do that arm bar, that big sweep around. That's another moment, right, where you can get a little bit of lean. So it's almost like you're sprinting, and then you walk for just a minute to catch your breath. And then you sprint, and then you walk for a little bit to catch your breath in that kata.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Let's go through to wrap up that part down the center, because I want to just make sure that that's solid. And the big key is it's not an elbow smash, so get that out of there, right? Because
Okay.
that's going to be noticeable. Forget that. It's just a lunge elbow, right? It's a lunge elbow into a chop, okay? Because if you're here, if you're doing a smash, then it's hard to transition. You can't really transition into that chop, right? So that's why it's an elbow, and it comes from an elbow to a chop. So if you've done a smash, that's going to feel weird trying to chop after you smash. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So try to get rid of that chop. Okay, so we've gone back to the back, and we've lunged low block, reverse punch, slide up, jab, reverse punch, front kick, step down, knife hand block, right? Then punch, then kick, then block, right? And then punch. And then what are we gonna do? We're gonna kick, yeah?
Yes,
So
sir.
just think about the sequence that we just did, yeah? We're gonna go back again, but we just did block, and then we did a kick and a punch. So we're right here, so boom, 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 turn knife hand block, so knife hand block right leg forward. So we block, punch, kick, step down, high block, right? Block, punch, kick, same sequence, right? Different blocks and punches, full foot, back knuckle, back stance. And then from here, uppercut front stance, really commit to that. That move right there will help you remember this sequence, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, let's go back to right here, high block, punch, down kick, full foot, back knuckle, uppercut front stance. Then we're gonna from here lunge forward, elbow right back stand, chop, reverse punch ki. Good. So let's go back one more time. So let's see. Knife hand block, front stance, back stance. Good. Reverse punch, front stance. Front kick, recoil, step down, high block, back stance. Reverse punch. Ball of the foot, round kick, fold for back knuckle, back stance. Uppercut, front stance. Elbow strike, back stance, lunging. Chop, reverse punch, ki. Okay, good, relax. So watch one time. So this is really kind of what the sequence should look like, okay?
Yes, sir.
I get it so you guys can see my feet, but it's really tough with this darn phone. With the computer, I can do it. And it's important to see people's feet. You see the table. Okay. So it's here, right? So let's see. And I know that's tough to see all that like that, but you kind of get the idea.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's a little bit of a rhythm to it. So you're going to turn, you're going to block, punch, kick, then sit down, block, punch, kick. And after you back knuckle, it's kind of game on, right? Because you're going to back knuckle, uppercut, elbow strike, chop, reverse punch, ki. So all those moves are, so it isn't, round kick. It isn't back knuckle, uppercut, elbow strike, chop, punch, right?
Yes,
It's
sir.
round kick. It's step down, back knuckle, uppercut, elbow, chop, punch. Like it should be really quick. If you're doing it for somebody, they should be like, oh my gosh, what the heck did they just do? Because you're doing it so fast, but it's really crisp. And for all the Chuck Norris system folks, they're going to know that, the folks who know this kata, they're going to know what you did. Hopefully you're going to show it to them really clearly. Yeah. So it's going to be a back knuckle, back stance, uppercut, front stance, powerful, lunge, elbow strike, chop, reverse punch, ki. And there's a moment after that ki, right? Take that moment. Get yourself a breath, right? Turn around, get yourself a couple more breaths, and then go bam, 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 slide back. Yeah. So you have to think of a kata as a little bit of music in a way, I guess. Even though I'm horribly musically inclined, so I probably shouldn't even compare to that. But it's a good comparison because you don't want to listen to a song. You don't want to listen to me sing. Trust me, because I'll be all one note. You know what I mean? So you don't want to be all one note. It's got to be up and down. So that's why you want to mess with the speed of the kata, the power of the kata. Even there's certain parts, in my opinion, that maybe don't have to be quite as crazy powerful as other parts, right? There's certain parts where you can show off a side kick and recoil it and step down into a ki, or parts where you can show off a spin back kick and step down really sharp. You know what I mean? So there's some parts in that kata where highlight it. You know what I mean? Highlight it. Go, hey, look at this move I'm going to do right now, right? And everybody has their techniques that they like. Whatever it is. If you're bottom fist and you love a bottom fist, you love a side punch, then highlight those techniques. For me, those are always very, I guess with the kicks. I was a good kicker coming up because I just had good trainers and flexible and working with Mr. Norris and everything. So I always tried to show off my kicks. Other people whose maybe kicks weren't quite as good, then they were trying to show off hands and stuff. Okay.
Yes,
so whatever your techniques are, but try to find them. You know what I mean? If you like the chops, if you like chopping and stuff, then we have a lot of katas with chops, right? And so make those chops look amazing. So, how are we on time? What time is it right now? Are we over?
10:28, sir.
What time is it?
10:28, sir.
Right.
Oh, 10:28. All right. We have 2 minutes. So Stephen, let's see you do it one more time, and then Ryan will have you do it up to the point that but let's see if you can add that turn high X block, rotate it through, punch, right? And then inside block spin back kick, inside block spin back kick. Let's see if we can add those moves on to the end there. Okay, when you're ready, Stephen.
Yes, sir. United Fighting Arts Federation Form 2, sir.
Hey, Stephen, I'm going to stop you real quick right there. Hey, Stephen, stop. Stephen, stop.
Yes, sir.
Just go back to the beginning, because the beginning, I want to see your stances sharper right in the beginning, okay? So when you lunge back, make sure you're in a really good back stance, knife hand block, and then bend your front knee more for your front stances, and I think that's going to set the tone for the kata for your stances, okay?
Yes, sir.
So those beginning stances are really, really important.
Yes, sir.
So when you're ready, hit it from the top again.
Yes, sir. United Fighting Arts Federation Form 2, sir.
Good, good. Hey, we got that center part down now. It's looking good.
Yes, sir.
I feel better.
Much better, sir.
Yeah, the center part looked a lot better there. That's good. I think you kind of have it nailed in now. So in the next day or two or whatever, keep really working on that center section there, so you have that down. It's looking good, Stephen. The stances in the beginning much better. Now all you have to do is hit the gas a little bit, all right? So you have to keep those same really good stances, but you have to make it faster, right?
Yes, sir.
So it has to be right out of the chute. It's like you're doing a sprint on this kata, man. You're lunging back, block, punch, kick, step, uppercut, double, and bam, bam. Then look the other way, lunge back, block, punch, kick, punch, punch, boom, right? So it's quick out of the chute, and so you have to keep those good stances that you just showed, but now just step on the speed of the kata, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's give it a shot, Ryan. But otherwise, it's looking good. I would say just keep working on the speed and intensity, and work on those side kicks and spin back kicks, because there's a number in there, and you really want to make sure they're looking sharp, okay?
Yes, sir.
And by working on them, I mean make sure that they're coming out on that side kick, right? Your toes aren't up at all. It's at least level, if not pointed down. And the same thing with the spin back kick.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right, when you're ready, Ryan, go for it.
Now the Fighting Arts Federation for 2, sir.
Looks like you have a friend there.
I
You're gonna have to do some extra dodging. That's all right. That's all right. You're ready. Let it jump.
He looks like he's frozen. Let's see.
Oh.
Hey, Ryan, I think you're stuck. There we go. Okay, you're moving. You're moving.
Yeah, you're good
So
now.
we try this again.
Now that you're really
Number 2.
Hey Ryan, don't feel right now that you have to. This is an important note, okay? Don't feel like you have to go through it like 100% for me right now. Just go through the kata just nice and smooth. Okay, just nice and smooth. So let off the gas a little is what I'm saying. Reverse punch. Yep. Set of jab. Go back facing front. Hey Ryan, just let's do this real quick. Go back facing forward, right leg forward, and you just did the arm bar. So your right leg forward, arm bar with the choke, right? And so now kick, reverse punch. Yep, slide jab, side kick. Look the other way, high X block. Yep, and then rotate it through spear hand. Rotate through as you step through, spear hand, step reverse punch. Good, and that's right out of what? 6, I believe. So now look, and you're gonna step with your left foot, you're gonna step back and inside block with your right hand. The other way, step the other way. No, come back, Ryan. No, come back. Yep, yeah, there you go. And an inside block, there you go. It's a weird move. Go back and do it one more time. That's the move. That's it right there. You got it. So you're right there. Step back, inside block. Yes, spin back kick. Yep. Now look the other way. With your left hand, step back. With your right foot, inside block. Yep, spin back kick. Up the other way. We lost you on that one. You're out of frame now.
Wait, there he is.
You're out of frame. All right, that's good, Ryan. That's good. So you start to get the idea. I mean, you start to get the feel of that, right? So I think you have those two down. You're just gonna, on that last one, just hit the spin back kick the other way, right? So it's gonna be a mirror image of what you did one way. So you're gonna inside block with your left hand, spin back kick with your right foot, and then you're gonna step back, inside block with the other hand, and spin back kick with the other foot. So it's kind of like they're just a mirror image on both of those.
That was the first time that
yeah, and just keep going. What's that?
That was the first time that inside block made sense to me.
Oh yeah, exactly. You're kind of stepping back, the inside block now. I don't know, it's a side kick or a punch or whatever, and then you're countering with the spin back kick if you will. So a lot of this kata is like that. It's like you're blocking and then boom, you're countering, and then you're blocking and then you're kind of countering kind of thing. And then there's just straight attacking. So. All right, guys. Well, that was great. So hopefully you got a good sweat on. I know I did, just working here with you, doing what I did. And I'd like to go through, I would go through the whole kata for you, maybe another day, only because I just don't have the space right this second. And I don't think you'd be able to see me very good. And it would just be like, okay, Fulbright, whatever. We saw you do a bunch of moves, but we didn't really see it. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to mess around with that. Hopefully you get enough of it where you feel like you got a good amount out of it.
Yes, sir. Out of curiosity, when will the campus be fully open again?
I think they're planning, for some on-ground classes in the fall. I didn't schedule any because we have to do scheduling so far in advance.
Yes, sir.
And I just didn't know what it was going to be like. And there's so many requirements and mandates from the college. To be honest, I'm just not sure what's going to happen at this point. I'm just kind of taking it as you are, especially with activity classes and whatnot, because, there's been talk of, different things, and I just was not, we can't wear masks in class. People will pass out, and
I agree.
it just can't happen. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I mean, I'm fully
I can't
vaccinated now, so.
Yeah, I mean, I can't take people's temperatures and do all the stuff that they were kind of requiring to do and wipe down everything, and just add so many levels that I thought, gosh, teaching is challenging enough. I want to just be able to walk in and teach. I can't do all these other things, and so I'm not sure where we are right now as far as all that goes. It's kind of a little bit of a wait and see right now. I do know that they are allowing students back on campus. My department for right now is not having activity classes on campus in the fall, hoping to possibly in the spring. So we'll have to go.
Understood.
Yeah. Okay. Well, great to see both of you guys. Good to see you, Ryan. Keep working hard. Keep getting that sweat on. And like I said, get down, if you can get down individually or get down together to work with the gambles. I think that may be a great go-to for you guys for a while. I know it may be a little bit of a trek, but a couple times a week, man, that's going to be huge for both of you guys.
Yes, sir.
They're going at it. I would definitely take advantage of that.
Yes, sir.
Thank
All right,
you.
gentlemen. Well, you guys have a great day, and you're welcome. Good work and good job. And I will. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Again,
All
good
right.
to
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, you too. Absolutely.
All right, Ryan. So looks like we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. We knew that though, right?
Yep. Nothing we can't handle. All right. So let's see if we can work on those katas, like hopefully at the beach sometime. I'll still wait for Mr. Fulbright to give us all the testing details. If we get you through UFAF 1 and 2, we can actually set you up for the pre-test if you're down for it, and the actual test.
Okay.
And then you and I can both train for our first black belts this fall.
That'd be cool. I like that.
Okay. So we'll keep each other updated. I'm still gonna post things through Facebook, through our club. See if anybody else wants to train with us. Yeah, we'll see where we go from there.
All right.
All right. I'll see you later, brother.
Take care.